And that's what I'm saying. Like, what's a man to do? I mean, God gave me wisdom, and understanding of some things. But it's like, like generally, I mean, what's a man to do besides fight? You know what I'm saying? You got to fight for your defense. You got people, they want my stuff hidden. You got people that don't want my stuff existing, so they lies and stuff can win. They can prosper and benefit. And, for instant gratification and, all these ulterior motives that they want me not existing for. You feel me? I mean, what I'm supposed to do? I'm an original author. Or, you know what I'm saying? I got, straight talent, natural talent. And I just live for God, though. I didn't live for myself. I ain't live for the world. Feel me? That was the difference. Like, I didn't do anything to get myself all glorified or puffed up. Feel me? Everything I was doing was for God. You know what I'm saying? Over time, society just like coerced me. You know what I'm saying? They coerced me into things they can use to destroy me with. You feel me? I didn't choose nothing. I was too smart for that. So they forced me by manipulating everything around me. You feel me? To like make me conform into the pattern that everything else going in. That wasn't my choice. I wanted to stay by God. I wanted to stay in the Bible. I wanted to stay on the righteous rock. The path of righteousness. So that's what I'm still with to this day. And I was all throughout that time. So it's like, it's crazy. You got to think about it. You got these influential figures, man. They have ulterior motives. Like, it don't matter how it happens. They're still underhanding the destruction of the disinvention of my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. In about 30 years, you know what I'm saying? All they got to do is say, yeah, that person was just somebody mad that I was this and that. You know what I'm saying? Something totally inaccurate, some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But, it'd be encapsulated. Nobody won't even care. Because it'd be like, I got disinvented. And so, I got disinvented. So, it's like, nobody knows the truth. They don't even know. I'm not even able to defend myself. You feel me? Because they just hidden my stuff. So, they can say anything they want to say years from now, about my situation. You know what I'm saying? And then, that'll be believed. And everybody will believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because their stuff still exists. Look at what's happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm under a terroristic attack. Unconstitutional. It breaks all laws, all everything. You know what I'm saying? There's no way possible that nobody in this world, you know what I'm saying, that care about God and what's right and got the power to make a difference should allow this to be. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the lands, because, for something like knowing what I stood for and what I lived for, you know what I'm saying, was willing to perish for, or, you know what I mean? A society could never be anything like what it said it is, ever again. With a situation this widespread, blatant, and all, it's impossible. People make they try to de-emphasize my reality, make applications to things to diminish it. You know, so I don't claim those realities. Like for instance, you got people that try to attribute everything that I've gone through to something that's already happened in society. It was not the case. My situation is different than all that. You know what I'm saying? It's never in time. Like, my situation was different. It started when I was a toddler. And I had right then, you know what I'm saying? Right then, I had intense, heavy, you know what I'm saying? Heavy, illegal, with just heavy evil stuff put on me specifically as a person. You know what I'm saying? At that age, intentionally. And then consistently ever since, like year after year after year, like what's happened to me has not been like anything like what happened to others. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like my situation is different. It's a long-standing situation. It's been going on for decades. It's come to a head around this time, and so it was already preemptively premeditated that around this time some would already be there. Like some would, you know what I'm saying? It's an elaborate situation. That wasn't the purpose of this, this segment, but I just wanted to bring pretty much light on the fact that, what they say, a catchy catchphrase can obscure over 50 years of wisdom. You feel me? When you think about it. It don't take nothing but like a catchphrase. Something can sound catchy, and then that could drown out 50 years of something wisdom. You know what I'm saying? If people destroy my stuff and it's hidden, then they can say anything about me, or my character, without allowing me to defend or speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? My contribution, my testimony witness of Jesus Christ is what all my stuff is collectively. That, that's showing my identity, the man that I am, who I am. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason possible they should destroy my stuff so other people's defamations and slanders can seem true. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. There's nothing supporting it. my stuff is true. What I say out my own mouth. You know what I'm saying? Why is they so predisposed against me since I've been like a toddler? Like, it makes no sense. And these other people, they can say that, you know, they do this and that and they're untrue and that. You know what I'm saying? But they everybody just, like, you know, hang on every word they say. Believe with it. And all that, it makes no sense. Instead of the person that follows Jesus Christ, who God surely every day performing miracles in plain sight every day for many years, especially the last couple years, last couple months and years. You know what I'm saying? Instead of believing that person, we're going to choose to go with demons. You know what I'm saying? Who worship, you know, idolatry, sex, and, you know, mammon and sin and things like that. I'm just saying, I hate to put it like that, but that's the way it is. Like, by them attacking my character, you know, and then trying to close it off by destroying my expression, my ability to express, and my truths and my facts. They can't encapsulate my stuff under umbrella terms, because each individual piece that everybody been seeing contraries itself contrary anything that they said, let alone the rest of my work. So regardless of how much they built or benefited from the slanders and all this stuff they put against my life, is not true. To still embrace that is like folly. And so, you know, I disprove everything. So it's like, well, they said whatever they had to say. Well, I did too. It's the end of discussion. Just because I did not know, you know what I'm saying? They started before I had awareness of this reality. I was never taught or informed about, you know, how this country, like how society runs. I didn't know about, you know what I'm saying, how all the marginalizations and copes and, you know what I'm saying, things like that. I mean, I didn't know about all that. So just because they started, you know, this campaign and thing on my life, and, you know, to coerce me before I had, you know, understanding of what was happening or doing, doesn't make, you know, it okay that they did this. You know what I'm saying? This ends now that I know and I'm aware and I understand it. I display the truth, contrary reality, actual reality. You know what I'm saying? To the four corners of the world. That's that situation over. You know what I'm saying? They by no means have any right to do anything further to my life that they, you know, to damage worse than what they have already rendered me for the past 23 years. You know what I'm saying? That's like an exclamation point on all those years, to destroy my stuff in the interest of these jealous, influential figures and artists who know clearly I can display at will that I'm better than whatever they're saying. That's why they non-stop, like, they working. Like, it's like they get paid to, like, non-stop try to tear down my life, my legacy, my reputations, my characters. You know what I'm saying? Trying to attribute my stuff to other people so it's easier to disinvent and even destroy me personally. You know what I'm saying? In secret. And they try to, like, fade me off into obscurity so nobody knows, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. And so that'll help them. That will help them by them destroying my stuff. Or that's what certain influential figures want. You know, so no matter who do it or how it happens, they're behind it. They're underhanding it. You know, because they spent money and invested so much in coming up on somebody wrongfully. You know what I'm saying? By lying on them. That's their genius, you know what I'm saying, ploy. They lie on somebody, you know, start when they're too young to understand what's going on. That way, most of the damage is already normalized and solidified by the time they're old enough to understand it. You know what I'm saying? That's the genius scam. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how moral does that sound? Look at your 3-year-old and then just imagine that to them. You feel me? That's the thing. Like, think about it. Like, that's weird, you know? Just because they got, you know, your child got a blessing on them. Like, okay, I mean, and see, that's the thing. They lie, and they don't lie with simple. They lie with heavy stuff because they want to ensure possible that it's no way possible that you could come back from what they did to you. So that's why they lie on you heavy. But as you see clearly, I'm achieving the impossible. Even right now is a miracle. I achieved the impossible. So that's why they incessantly and especially go push that perspective. Their whole life they built around this scam. You know what I'm saying? That was not smart or wise. Anybody know what the Bible says? So it's not my fault what somebody else put against me or what somebody else, you feel me, trying to destroy my life with and all. I mean, they put themselves in that position. Slandering somebody, and then when the truth come out, your whole whatever, your whole establishment collapse. Well, who decided to build the house on the sand instead of the rock? I mean, that's just too bad. That don't mean destroy my stuff after they already destroyed worse in my life. I mean, it's not to mention, it's like everything the situation's so egregious. Not to mention the thousands of counts of all these other different things, heavy stuff that's already happened throughout the years, for which there still has not been recognized yet. I mean, I don't know why it hasn't been recognized. It hasn't. I'm a witness of what I've gone through. So that's speaking on that alone, not to mention the attack on my body at work. What about the attack on my body first? You feel me? You know, that in itself is thousands of, chapters, like, you know what I'm saying, to these influential figures, structures, and all this stuff. I mean, but like I said in the beginning, I mean, what can a man do? You know, you got people trying to destroy your stuff, steal your stuff, and then silence you, wipe you out. So they have it. And then 30 years from now, anybody can bring you up, and then it's like, oh, that was just personal. They didn't, have this and that. No, they wasn't special. It wasn't, what I'm saying? They didn't earn it themselves, or they didn't get, what I'm saying? Anything can be said about you when you're not there, when you don't exist, you know what I'm saying, to be able to defend yourself. All these people, their friends, all these people, all their favorites, all their people, their stuff exists. You know what I'm saying? If Dexter, if you know what I'm saying, like, if I couldn't exist for doing the work of God in a place supposed to under God, it can never be under God forever. And that's just that simple. That's the only way I don't be in the future. Is because if God is not in the country no more. And I was of God, so think about it. In the long run, and me of God, they see my stuff, my fruit, the fruit tells you what kind of tree it is. All my fruit I display to the whole world freely. They're the ones trying to hide my fruit. Why they trying to hide my fruit? You know what I'm saying? They're lying on the tree. It's not the kind of tree that they're saying it is. Why are they so obsessed with trying to hide the fruit? The Bible says you know the trees by their fruit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let the tree show for itself. If what you're saying is true. They're Antichrist, man. Whoever is Antichrist. You know what I'm saying? They can't be Christian. And especially with the perpetuation of the same situation, overly or covertly, it'll never be of Christ or under Christ. I mean, of God or under God. Like, it's not my problem who did what before I was old enough to understand. You know what I'm saying? That's not my problem or my fault. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no crash course on this kind of stuff, like nobody taught to just teach you this. Like, they coerce you and bring you into stuff so they can use you, destroy you. And they had already did it, so it was like, well, we just need to destroy you because, we already, you know what I'm saying, everything about them already been stripped down to the bare essentials, like nothing left. I just didn't know how messed up I was. You know what I'm saying? But they had already, they did a pretty good job on me already. They had already had me messed up. So that's the situation, So, I mean, and that's the thing. They gonna call you the worst of the worst because, you know what I'm saying, they want to ensure that they can have your stuff, steal your stuff. And then, lessen your appeal. Everything been exposed and everything been illuminated. Whatever they said already been exposed, addressed, and disbanded, disproven. Whole testimony proves everything true. All my recordings destroys everything they ever said about me. Everything is proof. You feel me? All my poetry clearly disprove everything they said about me. All my quotes destroys everything they said about me. There's no way possible. That's my testimony, witness of Jesus collectively. Anywhere under God will be in favor of that. If not, then they, they won't be. And that's what they'll work just as hard as they work to destroy me or tear me down to protect their testimony, witness of Jesus, if somewhere is under God. That's simple.